Oh. Oh, hello. Hey, what was with the crosses? The burning crosses? I don't think I'd recognized those before. Also, hi everyone. Welcome back to, Chronos Plays Virtue's Last Reward. The crosses seem new there. They might have not been new there. I don't know. We're going back here, though. Hold up. Is this unlocked now? Can we... Oh, is this unlocked now? Holy shit. We might actually be able to make some progress. Yeah, we need to come back here and choose ally, which I'm assuming we're going to find out that we're a robot in this path. Because I would assume the poison wouldn't affect the robot, right? But let's find out today. Oh yeah, we're still skipping, because nothing has changed yet, but it should change out here. Clover and I stepped out of the AB room. Dots. For several long moments, we just stared at one another. Words weren't necessary. Everything she would have tried to tell me I could already see in her eyes. Let's go. I turned and headed towards the result screen.
Sigma.
I heard her behind me, her voice barely louder than a whisper. The choice was already made. I stood up straight and kept walking. Kay still betrayed. I was actually expecting something else.
Results from round 2 of the enigmatic game will now be displayed. Please check your bracelet.
Yeah, I was actually expecting Kay not to betray when... Thought it was going to be one of those things that shifted, but I guess not.
What?
Sigma's BP is...
Negative.
Suddenly, all eyes were on me. I felt their weight, but stood my ground. It was the result I had expected. I took a deep breath and closed my eyes. I didn't have to wait long. There was a sharp, quick pain in my wrist, barely even noticeable. I couldn't feel anything flowing into my veins, but I knew it was there. First would be the anesthetic, Soparil. Okay, maybe it is actually affecting me. I blinked and my visage started to blur. When I tried to think, I felt like my mind had been stuffed with cotton. My legs began to wobble, then gave out entirely as I crumpled to the floor.
Sigma! Sigma! Hang on! Hey! Sigma! Get up!
Sigma!
You know I'm dying, right?
Oh no! Oh no, oh no, oh no!
Trying to open my eyelids was like trying to lift sheets of lead. My eyes had lost the ability to focus, but I could make out a blur that had been Dio in front of the number 9 door. Damn it. You'll keep your promise, goddammit! I groaned with a Herculean effort and lifted my head and then my sluggish body off the floor. Every step was a battle. Whenever I shifted my weight, my muscles threatened to give out again. But somehow I forced myself ahead and a single thought burned in my brain. I would reach Dio. Then at last... The smudge of color faded into a recognizable person. I threw my hands out in front of him. Give it back. Give me the medicine.
It back. Don't act like it's yours. Aren't we supposed to share everything we find here?
I don't care. Just hand me the medicine.
What are you talking about?
I found the Excellivator in the laboratory.
And Dio stole it.
What?
You mean he has it? Right now?
Yeah. So?
I kept my promise. Now you. I wasn't a fool. I knew the kind of person Dio was. There was a chance he wouldn't give us back the Excellivator. If he didn't, then I'd die with my hands around his throat. I gathered as much of my mind as I could and got ready to attack.
Fine.
Not quite what I had been expected. I should still strangle him, though. With a shrug, he pulled the vial out of his pocket and tossed it towards me. I caught it and pulled the tiny glass bottle to my chest, worried I might drop it. Then labels unmistakably Excelivir. It was the real thing. Clover, take it. I held it towards her.
Right, of course.
She quickly tucked it into her pocket. I didn't even know she had pockets. Good. Now at least Quark will be alright. With that, the last of my strength left me, and I dropped to my knees.
Sigma, are you okay?
Literally dying here.
Sigma! Sigma!
I guess this is it.
First, is this for real? Let's put you to sleep. 9 minutes later, the tubocularine is injected, numbing your respiratory muscles. I guess you could say it'll really take your breath away.
I mean, yeah. Also, can someone kill Dio? 9 minutes. Once the Soparilla was injected, I had 9 minutes until the muscle relaxants followed. About 4 minutes had already passed, which left me about 5, give or take. In 5 minutes, I would be dead. What could I do in 5 minutes? How could I save myself? I gave a raspy, quiet laugh. Even with death staring me in the face, I seemed to be very determined to struggle right up to the very end. Okay, Sigma, you can do this. Clinging desperately to what little consciousness I had left, I racked my brain for any possible solution. How could I save myself? How? There had to be something. You got a saw? Every problem, no matter how difficult, has a solution. I was actually not expecting it to affect us. Because we're a robot, right? We're a shitty robot. Or android, or whatever the hell we are. Like, Jesus Christ. There's always another option. Hopelessness is a state of mind. I just had to think. Think. If there was a way out, I'd think of it. I think I'd find it. I wasn't ready to give up on life yet. Can someone, like, strangle Dio, though? There had to be an answer. Am I getting a to be continued? Okay. That's fine. I'm not blindingly mad right now, I swear. Okay. This path seems to have unlocked. What path was this? 10 Myoji game over. Is there proof it wasn't murder? Oh, is this when Alice killed herself? This one unlocked too, right? There isn't enough antiviral medicine. Oh, we can come back here. Who is this one? Cyan door. Cyan. Was that not Clover, that was Alice? Was that Alice? Alright, let's, I guess, go back here then. Sure. Do we want to go there? Or come over here? This one seems further down. Let's come over here. This was, yeah, proof it wasn't murder. Let's wait. Okay. Stop. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. Suddenly, Clover moved. I leapt forward and clamped my hands around her wrist.
What are you doing?
Clamping my hands around your wrists. Clover, listen to me. Alice wasn't killed. Nobody murdered her. She took her own life.
What?
I can't believe it's not murder.
No, there's no way she'd do that.
It's true. She stabbed herself in the heart with a scalpel.
All right. Where'd she get the scalpel then?
Well,
I did hear someone come into the infirmary right after the AB game ended.
Was that before I showed up?
Yes. I got up to see who it was, but they were already gone. It could have been Alice.
Could have been anyone. So she could have taken the scalpel then.
Yes, I think so. You're lying.
Maybe.
It's all a lie. It has to be.
It's not. It's the truth.
Why did she do it? Why would Alice kill herself?
She probably didn't have a reason.
What?
She'd been infected by Radical 6. That's what killed her.
You just said she killed herself. Just tell me the truth. Then prove it.
I am? Yeah.
10 seconds ran out a long time ago. So if you don't have any proof...
I do. I have proof. There was a journal in the lab, wasn't there, Kay? Show it to me.
Journal?
It would have been in the safe.
Well, Alice would have it then.
Bye, can you... I don't feel right touching a dead woman's body. Can you take a look?
Sure.
She's like, I don't care. Her hands barely shook as she quickly searched through Alice's clothes. What do you mean, searched? She's barely wearing anything! If she had a giant... Does she have a bag of holding? Like... Does she have one of those, like, freaking... Do you guys... Who watched the Zelda cartoon back in the day? Whenever they get items, it would shrink down in their hand and they would put it in their pocket. I know, right? I wish that shit was in real life. But does she have one of those? It only took a second before she stopped. Obviously, because Alice is barely wearing anything. Slowly and carefully, she drew something out. There it was. The journal. Fi turned to hand it to me, but I shook my head. You read it. It's in Latin. I can't make heads or tail of it. She cocked an eyebrow at me and flipped the small book open. Is no one gonna be like, how do you know this, Sigma? When she looked back at me, it was with both suspicion and surprise.
Yeah, it is Latin.
I don't know why she would be. She's a time traveler too.
Translating this is impossible. It's full of words I've never heard before. I can barely understand any of this.
Page 216. Huh? Turn it to page 216. You should be able to read that one. I frowned deeply, but she did as suggested. I watched, like, is no one gonna be like, hold the fuck up? How do you know this, Sigma? I watched her eye quickly scan the page before looking up at me with renewed suspicion.
Yeah, I can read this page. How did you know?
What do you mean, how do I know? Do you not realize what's going on in this route?
No, wait. How did you even know there was a journal in the lab?
I just knew.
You just knew? Come on.
Fi, really? Look, just read it, okay? Clover wants to hear what it has to say, right?
Yeah.
So Fi doesn't know she's a time traveler in this route?
Give me a moment to look it over.
After a few moments of whispering to herself in Latin, Fi began to translate, paraphrasing the contents of the journal. Is this what we already read, like, last episode? Or 2 episodes ago? Radical 6 reduces the processing speed of the brain by a factor of a root of 1/6. One of the symptoms of Radical 6 infection is an overwhelming urge to commit suicide. Research has shown that it would probably respond to the right sort of antiviral medicine, but no one has been able to develop one yet. Nearby towns are filled with the corpses of people who took their own lives. The unaffected have only barely managed to survive and have been sent into underground shelters supervised by the government.
Oh Lord, please, let their future be a bright one.
Fi shut the journal with a soft slap. Also, we shouldn't be around an infected body. This is how we're probably gonna get it. A sickly silence drifted through the room. The newspaper article, the recording, the conversation with Ten Myoji, and now this journal entry, there was no more hiding the truth. The pandemic had already happened. All of Clover's rage suddenly dissipated, and she collapsed to the floor, tears pouring down her face. None of us had the heart to say anything, mostly because crying made me uncomfortable, and for several long moments, the only sound in the room was Clover's sobs. I had to leave.
We've got a problem.
Is it because I know everything?
It's almost time for the primary doors to open.
Yeah, only 10 minutes left.
Sorry, but I'll be taking Alice's bracelet. Fi and I won't be able to open the secondary door without it.
So she was a magenta pear, just like me.
Just now noticed that, did ya?
As he spoke, Dio grabbed the bracelet off the floor and dropped it into his pocket.
What color is your bracelet, Luna?
I'm a cyan pair.
You are part of Clover's pair, then. That means the two of you will need to come with me.
If you want to live.
Come on now, Clover. We need to go.
Oh shit, am I with Ten and Quark?
Alice would want you to survive, wouldn't she? You'll never be able to figure out why all this happened if you stay here. Please.
You're right. Alice, I promise I'll find out what happened to you.
I think we know what happened to her. Got stabbed in the heart. By herself. In the cruise quarter.
I'll figure out who Zero really is. I mean, if you'd never been locked up in here, you never would have. So it's like
This never
Zero
would have happened.
killed
Sorry,
you.
I thought she stopped. I should probably look at the text prompt before I click a button. Because sometimes these people speak so slowly I think they're done.
I promise. I'll avenge you.
I can get behind that. Clover stood up and rubbed her hands thoroughly over her eyes, smearing eyes across her cheeks. Oh, tears, not eyes. Smearing tears across her cheeks. Then, with a determined frown, she strode out of the room.
All right, we're out of time. Move, people.
You guys head on down to the Floor B warehouse. We'll catch up with you later.
Oh, right. Quark's got the yellow bracelet, which makes him your partner, right?
Yeah, can't exactly leave him behind.
Well, he could, but he'd die. Without him, we'd end up stuck in the AB room.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's go. We'll see the rest of you once we've picked up Quark.
Very well. Until we meet again.
We going to the infirmary? Oh, so, okay. For some reason, I thought we were going to the warehouse, but I guess we're helping Ten with work?
Quark,
Hi.
you're awake.
That's not a good thing.
Yeah, I just woke up. Hey, where's everybody else?
Oh, God. Quark.
Ten's a tire. Oh, wait. Did we give him the elevator? In this route? Already? Ten's entire body shook with emotion as he drew closer to them. He cautiously laid a trembling hand on the boy's shoulder, almost as if he was afraid Quark would disappear in a puff of smoke the moment he touched. When Quark proved to be indeed corporeal, Ten let out a cry and threw his arms around him. People need to stop crying, because it's very uncomfortable.
What's wrong? Are you okay, Grandpa?
No, he's not.
It's nothing. Nothing's wrong. I'm fine.
But
Quark gave him a puzzled look. Ten didn't even notice his face was a mixture of happiness and relief, and I could see tears wrinkling and trickling down the wrinkled corner of his eyes. All traces of his usual gruff stoicism had vanished. I didn't want to interrupt such a happy reunion, but we were running out of time. Still, Ten deserved a few minutes. I left him alone. We only have 10 minutes! At last, Ten seemed to recover and shifted from an embrace to a protective arm around the shoulder.
So, how are you feeling?
feeling? Well, okay, I guess.
Got a weird urge to stab myself in the chest.
Was I sick or something?
No. You're not sick. If you feel fine, then you're fine.
Huh?
I'm sorry. I should never have gotten you involved in all this.
Yeah?
What are you apologizing for?
Sorry.
You're doing it again. Are you sure you're okay?
No one here is okay.
So, where's everybody else?
Warehouse?
Mr. Sigma's here, but he's just been standing there looking kind of silly.
So what'd I do? I gave him a nervous smile and explained about the white doors. I got the feeling Ten didn't want Quark to know about Radical 6, so I avoided any mention of it. Alice's death was something I also left for later.
Okay, that makes sense. That means I'm on a team with you guys, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So, these white doors, when are they gonna open?
Oh, they're probably already open. We're probably gonna die. Well, we got about 4 minutes until the primary doors open.
Oh, that's not good.
I really need to use the bathroom.
How do we get to the Floor B warehouse?
Okay, we're going.
Follow me. We'll watch this map as we go. Yeah, you know, I was actually really surprised by the Soparil and stuff actually affecting Sigma. I thought that's where that was gonna go. I mean, I know, like, we've been choked out before and knocked unconscious, so we're probably, like, whatever we are, android, robot, whatever. Obviously, we're not a very good one. We're made to be like a human, which kind of sucks, to be honest. But at the same time, I kind of thought, like, when we get injected, we'd just be like, oh shit, I guess I'm fine. I'm assuming they're gonna cut off the arm or something. Right? To keep the poison from going in?
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes
Also,
remain
I'm glad
until chromatic doors
that they're taking one of my ideas about removing arms. At least in one of the routes they did it.
You're late. Where the hell have you been? Quark?
You're awake.
And fully recovered, apparently.
I am also relieved to see you well again.
Me too.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about?
I looked out at the others from behind Quark and held a warning finger to my lips. There were a few momentarily raised eyebrows and some nervous coughing as everyone suddenly fell silent.
Huh?
From Quark's perspective, it must have seemed especially odd.
Anyway, there isn't any time left. We need to hurry.
But there are 3 doors.
Which team goes in which door?
All of the doors are identical for this round. I believe it doesn't matter which team uses which door.
Then we're taking the one in the middle.
Why that one?
You want a kill shot, you aim for the center.
Yeah.
You're more likely to just
Give or
miss
take.
the extremities.
That logic is flawed and more than slightly disturbing.
It is flawed. It is slightly disturbing. But it's not wrong.
Unfortunately, I don't really have a counter-argument, so center door it is.
It really depends on what you're aiming for, too.
One on the left. Is that okay? I mean, we could go with the other one if
No, that's fine. If you want the left, you go with the left. Ken Clover only nodded.
Well, there's only one left.
The door on the right.
Any objections?
Nah.
All right, let's move.
30 seconds.
That was 5 minutes?
Bye. This thing's gonna close.
I know.
It's time we were going as well.
right. Sure.
How the hell was that 5 minutes? Come on, guys. There's no time to waste.
Right behind you.
Let's go.
2, 1.
This is the first time we've had Quark, right?
Chromatic doors closing.
Where are we going? Director's office. Oh, is this where that other route ended? Yes. Okay. So once we do this, we can go back to the other route where it was just fine eye alive. Oh, and Quark was missing. What's this place?
Probably the office of whoever it is that's running this place.
It said director's office on the door.
So this might be Zero Senior's office?
Maybe. Or maybe not.
Well, which is it?
Why the hell would I know?
We should look around. If this really is Zero Senior's room, there might be some clues.
I mean, yeah, that's why we're here. Also, yeah, you got a point. Let's get started then. Seek a way out. Okay, so once we reach the to be continued / game over of this route, we can go back to the other route once we get this password, right? And then go until we reach another to be continued or game over. And then we can go down a different route until we reach another to be continued or game over. I'll take a look around this room next time. Thanks for watching. See you then.